Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo. So today I'm working super hard, trying to get as much Pride stuff done as I can. I mostly finished my Pride shorts. I had to make a lot of adjustments. One, they stretched out a lot. Two, my tension was apparently last year when I made these was just totally loose and different from how I crochet now. And just they were so stretched out from the beginning, and then they stretched out further as I wore them. So I had to take about 6 inches off of each side. So that's a pretty dramatic change. And then I also changed the structure of like the gusset because it didn't accommodate my packer, which made the fit really look weird. And I was kind of afraid that some things were going to pop out that I didn't necessarily want to pop out. So I adjusted them. This is what they look like right now. You can see that there's a little bit more kind of curvature and volume right here in the front, and that's going to accommodate my packer really nicely. And then I didn't change the back. I'm going to contact the seller and see if I can just be like, hey, I made some changes. If you want to add this to your pattern and test this out, like you can take this idea and run with it, because I can't be like, here, I'm going to make the same pattern, I'm going to make the adjustments, and then like make them make money off of their pattern, or just I'll talk to them and see what it is. If no one ever else sees this, that's fine. But I do think it'd be nice to have them be accommodating for bodies that have a little bit more curvature in the front. But they're cute. I also switch, so the pattern calls for 4-weight yarn and a 5mm hook. And what I did is for the waistband, I went down a full or 2 hook sizes, and I went to a 4mm, which made it fit perfectly. Like, it fits like a glove. I'm still going to put a drawstring in it, and I still have to sew in my ends here. But everything looks a lot better. Also, so this yarn is super easy to work with. This is a mandala ombre. It's super easy to work with. Doesn't split when you're working with it, but when you cut it, it frays very easily. So making sure that, so how I did it, instead of weaving in all my ends, I tied a bunch of knots with this yarn. I don't know why that was the idea that I thought would work best. But I did that, but I was still having a lot of fraying. I think the reason why I tied the knots is to prevent the fraying. And so what I did is I just took a lighter and gently went over it, kind of just like a little bit at a time, just to kind of melt the fibers a little bit, because this is an acrylic yarn, to melt the fibers a little bit, form them so that the knot wasn't pokey, because if you melt it too much, you can just burn a hole in it, or you can melt it so bad that the strength of the yarn is compromised, or it can become really hard and uncomfortable if you've ever melted acrylic yarn. So I just kind of went over in small passes again and again, forming it with my fingers to make sure that it was comfortable on the skin. So this is what the booty shorts look like. I'm really happy with it, but I did have to take 3 rows off of each side to get it to fit right, which shows how poorly it fit in the first place. Now I'm working on my skull shirt, but I just got a package in, and so this is the Valari pillow. Now, okay, so I'm gonna do kind of what I do with any review that I do. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna give my first impressions. They might change over time. I might not like something, and then at first, and then I get used to it, and then blah 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 blah, or the other way around. However, one thing I don't like is that the Valari logo is all over the box. So if someone knew what this was, it would be very easy to take. They would know exactly what was in it. And to me, that I just don't like that personally. I think that's a personal preference, but I think a lot of people kind of agree, maybe, that having kind of like more discreet packaging just kind of prevents package theft. But yeah, so that's okay. It didn't get stolen, so that's good. But yeah. So I'm gonna go in. Okay, so it's spring loaded. Okay, so first I get this Ultimate Gaming Comfort little package. This might be the cover. Yep. So it is, oh my gosh, this is so bright. Safety highlighter green. The color, the record is like, what is it for me? Is it for me? No, it's not for you, sir. It's super soft. This is the cover for it. It's got a quality zipper. It's not an invisible zipper, which I do prefer. But the green of the zipper matches the everything perfectly. The stitching looks really nice. It looks like I'm happy with this. It's very, very soft. So then here is I guess the sticker invoice. And then I have a vacuum packed pillow, and then it just is a little bit more about joining like their thing to get rewards, discounts, leave a product review, blah 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 blah. So yeah, they have a vacuum seal bag. So if you have whatever vacuum fits this bag, you can reuse it, which is really nice. Okay, see if we can open this sucker. Maybe that's just to vacuum it in. Let's just open this sucker up if we can. So, and immediately comes up. Riker, this isn't for you, sir. Okay, so this thing is big. Okay, yeah, it's definitely bigger than a boppy pillow. The stuffing, the filling is not even. That does bother me. I feel like if you're selling a high quality gaming pillow, and maybe it's just because it's vacuum packed and things are compressed, and over time things will kind of loosen up. But it's big. It can accomplish. I mean, I'm short in stature, small in stature, but I'm not the smallest, skinniest person by any means. And I feel like it does accommodate my body really well, but also could accommodate bigger bodies or smaller bodies. Yeah, so the stuffing is a little uneven. If I had made it myself, I would have probably stuffed it a little bit fuller. So good to know. A lot of the packing is kind of stuck in the little wings, so not as much even packing kind of in the part where we really need some stuff. But maybe that's good. Maybe that'll get it to the right height. We'll see. So I'm gonna try to put the sucker in. It also has nice quality snaps in the back. Everything looks super high quality. So and then hopefully in a little bit Nightbot will also the pillow says Valari. You can also order like not custom but like more like nicer more whatever covers for it. This is just the one that I got because it was the cheapest one, and then also they so it's pretty easy to get in, zips up really nicely, and is very soft. This is so bright, I feel like the lighting just really doesn't do it justice. You can snap it, I guess, around you or something. I don't know. It doesn't fit around me. I guess the snaps are more for like carrying and stuff like that. And then you want to make sure, if you're going for full ergonomics, you want to make sure that you have your back nice and supported. So I'm going to put this right here. Now in my normal setup, I do have a like lumbar support, but because I'm not there right now, I'm in a different room. Then okay. So I'm gonna continue working on my shirt. I have to finish this row of doing 3 mesh stitches at a time, and then we're going to start the color work. So I'm listening to Schitt's Creek again. I started the show over because I was just like, let's just get it done, watch as much as we can, and bing, bang, boom, ta-da, ta-da. So So it is very warm. The fabric is very warm, and I run hot anyways, so I can definitely feel like the temperature, and I'm like, whoa, okay, this is pretty toasty. So if you're really sensitive to temperature, that might be something you notice. It's also very warm on my lap, but I can already notice like a difference in my posture, in my hands, like almost immediately. It wasn't anything to like a struggle to get used to, which like even like a new ergonomic hook can be really difficult to get used to. So I think that says something for sure. Now, this is from the Rare collection, and the Rare is the cheapest. They also have the Legendary, which has different logos and things on it. Um, but I picked the cheapest pillow. Let me see if I can. So I'm gonna, because Knitbot is not showing up right now, I'm gonna put the link, not the link, the coupon code that I use. It's from, I just Googled code, a coupon code for Valari pillow, and that's what I got. So it's another shop. I don't get anything from it. If you don't want the pillow, don't get it. I don't care. I don't get anything from this thing. I feel like I have to say that over and over again because I know that there's always with other people who are much more well known than I am, they're like there might be some secret incentive to them for them to promote this. For me, there's no incentive. I wish there was, but there's not. I'm gonna drink a lot of drinks, stay hydrated, stay caffeinated. I do wish that it was a more cooling fabric because if you sat here for a while, I believe it's velour is what they market it as, and I think that that would be the most accurate thing that I could even think of. And it's just a little warm. So you might notice that I did my hair. I added the pink and the white in last night. It was like super late. It was like 3 in the morning, and I'm just like doing my hair, and I'm like, please let this be done with. And then I didn't trim it until this morning because I just was too tired. And I know from personal experience that cutting my hair when I'm really tired has pretty much only ended up in disaster. So I definitely wanted to make sure that it looked as good as it possibly could. And I'm on the fence about it. It's fun. It's definitely different. It definitely looks different for me. Uh, but um, but yeah, it's definitely different. Um, it feels fine in my hair. It doesn't feel weird or anything. Now, if I put my hands on my scalp, there are some points where I put a little bit more glue, and I can really feel that. And then there's some pieces that, because I tried to use as little glue as possible, didn't get fully glued down. Um, and and so I can feel that, but it doesn't look too crazy. And I tried to be really careful uh, uh, with my part so that the pieces wouldn't show through and look like just like, really cheap clip-on extensions. Oh, my baby's having fun. Oh, okay. Now the babies are playing for real, for real. Oh, I didn't realize that Winter was live. Oh, oopsies. I'm sorry, Winter. Um, so yeah, oops, sorry. But yeah, Winter's live, so you can go check out their live, or you can hang out with me, whatever. Obviously, Winter is super cool, and I support them fully. So, uh, yeah, let's see, just to make sure that YouTube comments are working, because sometimes you just don't know. Okay, nope, no comments. Okay, cool. That's fine. Just checking. I do feel like it is kind of interrupting my flow a little bit. I'm gonna move this pillow. Oh my gosh. No, 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 no. Ooh, that was a really close call. I almost knocked over 2 cups, one of them being my coffee. Like I said, I knock over coffee all the time. Okay, so this is a little bit more controlled. Okay, stuff is falling, but thus is life. But I'm glad I got shorts done, because at least I have something kind of made for this Pride this weekend. So at least I have one thing. Now, I'm kind of running into a problem because I really I'm liking this yarn. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough. I have 3 full skeins of it, and it is the Bernat Softy Cotton, and it's the black one. It's a 3-weight, and it is let's see. Um, so it says 3 for, like, they did like a full tank top. So I'm hoping that that means that I can get it done. Um, oh wait, no, for my size, it's like 4. Damn it. So I might not have enough yarn, and I'm not sure that this is sold at my Joann. This is just like, venting personal problems. But it's been a while since this yarn came out, and I can't see what's available online at my local Joann, and I also can't. And then their line to call, their phone number doesn't work anymore since since Joann declared bankruptcy. So I can't call and be like, "Do you have this yarn?" just in case. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm really nervous because I don't have any 3-weight. Let's see. I have some Hobie that's a 1-weight. That's a black. I don't think I have any 3-weight that's black, which is what I ran into. A problem I ran into with with making the bats for my backdrop in my filming room. So we'll have to see. Usually I would order from Hirschner's. I think Hirschner's carries this yarn, but I'm just not sure that it would get here in time, and I don't want to order it if it's not going to get here in time. So kind of have to figure something out. Now, okay, so there's one option. So Aunt Lydia's Fashion 3 might work, and they probably have it in a black. Between Michael's and Joann, they probably have it available. So that is an option. It's not the same, but it's the same weight. So hopefully that could be an option. I just thought of that. So, and that's a little bit easier to find. So if I can't find this exact yarn, and just because it's black, so it's not like a huge it's not like it's a huge difference if it's just different blacks. I mean, honestly, we're just trying to get stuff made, so. Yeah, I like the pillow for the most part, but it's so warm. It's so warm. And so for as someone who runs hot, I kind of feel like I need I don't know, like some kind of way to cool it down for me. It's not like burning hot warm. It's just like it's like when you crochet and you have a blanket on your lap, and you're like, okay, well, or like you're crocheting a blanket and it's on your lap, and you're like, okay, there's like some there's something there that's adding some like heat to what I'm working on. So it can be a little bit harder to work on or with in the summertime. So I feel like that uh, is something to note. But really, I feel like my neck is kind of. I mean, I think maybe I'm just noticing that I kind of tilt my neck a little bit when I crochet, so that that's not stopping me from my neck moving. But I feel like my shoulders are very still. They don't feel hunched over at all. It's just a really nice height. So I'm giving this a really positive, like, review. I don't think it's absolutely necessary for every crocheter, but as someone who really loves the benefits of ergonomics um, and but as someone who loves ergonomics and does experience quite a bit of pain when crocheting, I do think it's nice to have it as an option. I'm gonna end this live and then maybe go see if Winter wants to hang out. So I will talk to you all later, and I hope you have a great day.